Calligraphic brushes work with Illustrator's brush tool to create ink and brush style line work. Our first step will be to create a custom calligraphic brush, and then we'll apply it to the drawing using the Illustrator brush tool. To create a new brush, in the Brushes panel, click on the New Brush icon, and in the dialog box, select Calligraphic and hit OK. Next, we'll name the brush. I'm calling this one Dog Detective. And now for the settings. I want the angle to be 45 degrees. And I'll leave this option here at fixed, so the angle will not change as I paint with this brush. For the roundness, I'll set this to 60%, and I'll also leave fixed as the setting for roundness, so that won't vary either. Now for size, I'll set this to 8 points, and this time I'll change the setting here to pressure. You'll need to have a pressure-sensitive tablet installed in order for this option to be available, and make sure you have the latest drivers installed for the tablet, or you may not see the pressure option in the menu. I happen to be working on a Wacom Intuos, but if you don't have a pressure-sensitive tablet, you'll still see some variation in your line work with this brush because of the 45-degree angle and the 60% roundness, so it will sort of be like the line you get from a chisel-tipped marker. And we have one last important setting we need here, and that is how much variation there will be in the line weight as I paint with this brush based on the pressure I apply. Now, before I make a change to the default here, notice the 3 dots up here. These are illustrating the size and shape of the brush and the variation from light pressure to heavy pressure. I'll move the variation slider all the way up to the maximum, which is 8 points, and you'll see the diagram change. So with your lightest pressure, represented here on the left, you'll see a disappearing stroke. At medium pressure, you'll see an 8-point stroke weight, and at your heaviest pressure, the weight can go up to twice the 8 points, so up to a 16-point stroke. Now hit OK to save the settings. I'll select the brush tool from the tool panel, and over in the brushes panel, I'll make sure I have my new brush tip selected. The color in the color panel also needs to be set, and the brush tool takes its color from the stroke color that you have set. And if your stroke is set to none, the brush will then just take the fill color. But it's helpful to know that it looks first for the stroke color setting. And then you can draw and test this brush out to get comfortable, and in the next video we'll begin inking the sketch.